Hey guys, Joseph here. Today we're excited to show you how to hardwire install what we consider the best VIOFO yet, the all-new VIOFO A229. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to BlackboxMyCar to stay up to date on our latest reviews, user guides, and professional installation tips to level up your dashcam experience. Now, the VIOFO A229 is the latest 2K QHD dashcam. It comes in two versions, the front and rear A229 dual camera and the front only A229. Today we're setting up installing the VIOFO A229 dual channel version in the 2021 Hyundai Kona subcompact crossover SUV. Note that if you don't want to use your A229's parking mode, you can use the 12-volt power cable and your car's cigarette power socket for a simpler installation. But since we want to maximize what this VIOFO has to offer, we're going to show you how to properly hardwire it into your car. For the installation, we'd also recommend purchasing an essential BlackboxMyCar installation kit, as it'll contain all the necessary tools you need if you're installing a dashcam yourself for the first time. The first step is to locate the Fusebox or power source of your car. For this Hyundai Kona, the fuse panel is located directly beneath the instrument panel at the driver's side. So what you'll need is the VIOFO HK4 hardwiring kit. It's not included in the box and is sold separately. This consists of 3 wires, constant power, which is the yellow wire, the ACC or accessory for the red wire, and the C wire for the ground bolt. If you're confused which wire is which, you can always read the label that's on the hardwiring kit too. Starting off with the C wire, this C-shaped connector needs to be grounded to an unpainted metal bolt or stud in the vehicle. This should be the first thing you do to protect yourself from shocks or electrocution and allow excess voltage to flow into the earth in the event of a short circuit. Next, what you have to do here is to take both the red and yellow wires and connect them to their own antifuses with the proper fuse taps. Use a crimp tool or a needle nose plier to connect the circuits. Do that for both the ACC and constant wires. Then, using a circuit tester, our installer looks for the ACC fuse and the constant fuse. You can easily differentiate these fuse types. If it lights up, even when your car ignition is turned off, it's a constant. If it doesn't light up, then it's an ACC. Now, the fuse tap that you choose is dependent on the car that you use, from ATO, Micro 2, Low Profile, and Mini Fuse. Do consult your user manual to find out which one is right for you. And also, make sure the fuse tap that you're adding is equal to or lower than the fuse tap you've chosen. That's number here. For the 2021 Hyundai Kona, we used the Micro 2 fuse for the interior fuse box. Next up, we mount the front cam. Now for us, the best place to mount a dash cam is behind the rearview mirror because it conceals the dash cam from the driver's view and eliminates any obstruction while driving. But before we mount it, another reminder is to clean the windshield with Windex from the inside of the car to ensure that the camera adheres properly. Remove any marks or smears that may impact your video quality too. Now that you found the spot, start off with the static sticker. This static sticker will help with removing the dashcam in the future if you ever want to upgrade or move the dashcam from one car to another. Install it on the part of the windshield where your dashcam will go. Then afterwards, carefully remove the adhesive from the VIOFO A229 and mount it on your best angled position. Hold it up there for a few seconds, and there you have it, perfect and not disrupting. Run your power cable from the fuse box up to the front dashcam. You'll need to route it behind the A-pillar, across the headliner, and into the dashcam here. With your trim removal tool, pull your A-pillar apart just enough to slide the cable behind the airbag. Make sure it's behind the airbag for your safety. Of course, we have to test if you hardwired correctly to bring power to the dashcam. Plug the dashcam in, start the car, and as soon as you see the red light on, that means your A229 is powered up successfully. Now that everything's working, it's time to hide the excess cables. You can use electrical tape to bundle the excess wires up, making it easier to tuck into the roof of your car, as well as using the trim removal tool to squeeze it as tightly as possible in the headliner. Next, we move on to the rear camera. You're going to need your rear connecting cable. Plug the rear connecting cable into the front unit, run the cable along the headliner, and straight down the length of the car through the A, B, and C pillars. One more reminder, don't just stuff the cable under the rubber trim because it will create a little gap that might prevent the door from sealing properly. All of your excess cables will go into the rear roof, which we'll show you later. Moving on to the rear liftgate, start off by removing the rear body panel. For an easier installation, use a long zip tie to make it easier to fish the rear connecting cable through. We tied our cable to the zip tie using electrical tape. What you'll need to do here now is to loop the rear connecting cable through the rear roof of the car, through the grommets, and up the frame until it reaches the rear camera. As you can see, this coaxial cable is much thinner and easier to route through. This makes the installation much more user-friendly, which was a common customer complaint back in the day. So thanks to VIOFO for this update. Install the rear camera in place on the windshield. Just make sure it's centered and note that it should not be installed on the rear defroster grid lines. We connect the cable to the rear camera and start the car to activate the VIOFO A229. When it's turned on, a voice-activated VIOFO greeting prompt will be heard. You can use the screen to adjust the angles of the front and rear cameras. And now that everything's working perfectly, our installer also went ahead to clean up the excess cabling here. We bundled up the excess cabling using electrical tape and tucked it into the roof of the car, then closed everything up. Off to the front of the car. Now that everything's working properly, hide the excess hardwiring kit cabling and close up the side panels to the Fusebox. The VIOFO A229 is ready to give this Hyundai Kona a cinematic video recording of the road ahead and the traffic behind. Having this dual-channel A229 installed can be a breeze if you're okay with going a little technical. But if you need help from our professional installers, our quick and responsive team at BlackboxMyCar will be happy to help. But don't take it from us. Check out this recent review from Lawrence K, who said, "The best. I've had both of my dash cams installed here. Very organized and friendly. When I didn't quite like the placement of a dash cam, they responded immediately and changed the positioning. To me, it's how a business responds when something is not completely satisfying. That is the most important, and they did an amazing job. I have no hesitation in referring my friends and family to Blackbox." Thanks, Lawrence, for the compliment. If you're in the Richmond area, give us a call to schedule an appointment. Mention this YouTube video and we'll give you 15% off your next install. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to get the latest update and news on BlackboxMyCar. Thanks for watching.